my name's Michelle and this is my channel Sewing Bunny. Thank you so much for joining me today. So I'm actually doing a bit of a different video today. So I spoke about in my June sewing plans that I was quite interested in joining the Sewing Weekender. Which is an online thing run by the Fold Line and English Girl at Home. And usually the Sewing Weekender is an event which you would go to in person in the UK. I've never attended the event, but because of what's going on in the world at the moment, they've decided to do an online version. So I thought I would join in on that, and I thought I would take you along with how I get on over the Sewing Weekender, and also how I'm getting on with my project. So in my June sewing plans I said I wanted to attempt this pattern, which is the True Bias Lander pants, and I'm planning on doing the shorts version here. And I've got all my bits ready, so I've got my iron-on interfacing, I've got my thread, I've got some jeans buttons and some jeans needles. And of course the all-important fabric, which is a 10-ounce denim that I got from Stitch Lago a while back. And I also have snacks to last me the day. I've got some little cheese puffs and chocolate covered pretzels and some sweeties. So that'll keep me fully occupied. So yeah, I kind of thought what I would do is I would kind of show you all the steps of me, you know, kind of going through the lander pants, through cutting the fabric and everything. And also you can probably see on my little screen here, I've got my laptop plugged in actually down here, and I've put it on my work monitor, so that's come in handy. And this is the email with all the videos that are part of the Sewing Weekender. Now the Sewing Weekender, you do have to pay to have these videos at the moment, but I do believe that they are going to be releasing them to the world later on, maybe after a few weeks after this event. So yeah, I think the best thing to do is get started. I'm waiting actually for a breakfast to arrive. There's a lovely little cafe in our town which does delivery breakfasts. So that should arrive hopefully in about, I don't know, I'm looking at my arm, 20 minutes or so, because yeah, it's just gone 9. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. And yeah, I really hope you enjoy watching me with my progress. So the first step is to cut out the pattern. Now I'm going to trace the pattern, as I do like tracing, because just in case I don't get the size quite right. And looking at the size chart, I think I'm going to cut a size 8 waist, which is a 30, which is what my waist is. However, the hip for the size 8 is a 38, and I'm actually nearer to a 40, so I think I'm going to grade out to the 10 on the hips because that's 39.5. To grade out, I think, to a 12 is 41, so I think that's going to be a bit too much. So I think, yeah, grade from an 8 to a 10, because then that means that the ease would be a 31 at the waist and a 41 at the hip, so that gives me an inch of ease. And because this is non-stretch, then I think that's going to be quite a nice amount. So yeah, I will probably fast forward me going through the motions of that. Oh, just had to stop because my breakfast arrived. Oh God, I am so full. I took a picture of it so I could show you, so I'll insert it here. So much food. I'm so glad I'm wearing my Safia trousers today with a nice elasticated waist. And I measured myself before looking at that, because I'm sure I'd be a different size now. Yes, right, let's carry on. Okay, so I have all of my pattern pieces cut out now, which is brilliant, and now I need to get on to cutting the actual fabric. So it looks like with the front pocket you cut out the main fabric and also the lining, and I didn't actually think about what I was going to do as the pocket linings, and I thought I would use a fat quarter that came in from my May So Hayley Jane box. So I thought that would be really cute for the inside of the pockets. So I've got all my pieces cut now, and I've got quite a bit of denim actually left over. I've probably got, well, got probably another ½ metre plus extras. Got quite a bit left. Don't know if I can, I don't know what I could really use kind of quite thick denim for, but yeah, I'm hoping I'll get another use out of that. But yes. Yeah, cut that all out, and the interfacing as well, and I'm going to thread up my sewing machine. I am a little bit worried about the fabric on and my sewing machine. I've got a reasonably cheap sewing machine. It's a good one, but yeah, it doesn't deal with some fabrics as well as you know, if I had a really good one. But I've got a walking foot that I'm going to use because it's going to be quite thick. I've got my jeans needles, and yeah, I've got Gutermann thread. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I won't have any problems. So I'm going to get myself a cup of tea and get set up. Okay, so I've got my machine all threaded, and I've opened up the booklet, and first step is to do the interfacing. So I'm going to interface the left fly, the waistband, and then also there's some pocket lining pieces. So I'm going to whack the iron on and do those. You might be able to see that I've been joined by my cat Bentley. He loves sitting in the top of my little project trolley. So yeah, he's cosy, so I'm going to wheel him back to where the trolley belongs, and he can stay there all snug. Okay, so I have now interfaced everything. So yeah, we've got the interfacing of the front pockets, the waistband, and the left fly. So I also have my cup of tea. And so the next step is to sew the darts on the back pieces of the shorts. And yeah, so I'm going to do that now. So I've been catching up with some of the videos you may have seen from my fast forwarding. I've had some really good ones so far. We had a little Q&A with Tilly from Tilly and the Buttons. We had like a little chat with a few kind of people on there. So Juliet Uzor was on there, Megan Nielsen, Emily from Self Assembly Required, and Judith from Sew Over 50. They were kind of doing like a little just chat, so you could kind of listen into what they were saying. And now we've got embellishing your garments with embroidery. We did also have Sozo going through kind of ways to kind of save money and things like that as well on your sewing hobby. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. So yeah, it's really good. Okay, so that section is done. So I've put the darts in the back, and I popped out and pressed them, and they said to press them towards the centre back, so that is what I've done there. So that's both of those. And then the next step is to get the pockets. So by the looks of it, so you get your pocket piece, and you've got to fold down the edge there, and then you fold it back on itself that way. I don't know if that's really showing up very well. And then stitch around it, turn it the right way out, top stitch, place it on the back of the shorts. Okay, so I'm going to go out and press that, and then I'll come back in, sew it up and see if I can get it placed on the back of the shorts. Okay, so I've now completed that section. So I have sewn these three corners. Apologies, I know the lighting is not exactly great here. This is the only point I could position the camera to actually be able to get some sort of view of my desk. So yeah, and then you clip the corners of the pocket, and then it says that you need to turn them out. So you would just simply turn out each edge. And so you're then left with that, and then where you've stitched, you would then fold each edge over. So you're going to fold that edge over the bottom, and then it just says to edge stitch along here, and then that's when you then place the pocket on the back of the shorts and then top stitch it down. So that's what I'm going to do now. So that is both pockets added on the back. My machine, it's a little bit difficult over some of these edges, but do you know what? It did well. It did well. And if you can see there, that is one pocket. I mean, I don't think it's too bad, to be honest. I am using a matching thread. I'd rather not, for my first pair, do any kind of visible top stitching. I'd kind of prefer it to be a little bit understated, just in case. But yeah, I'm really happy with how that's turned out. So the next step is to do the front pockets. So in the instructions, it says for the lining, just to trim it a little bit on there. And so yeah, so you trim the lining, and then you attach the lining to the main fabric, and then you turn it the right way out, obviously after clipping the curves, and then you baste it onto the front. So that is what I'm going to do next. I'm so sorry, I've just realised that my sewing machine was in the way of me doing these. So yes, let me move that out of the way. So yes, I have attached the lining to the outer fabric, so you do it right sides together, sew it around, clip all the curves, and then turn it out. So that is that. So that's both of those. I'll try and remember to move the sewing machine out first, so apologies for that. Right, so it is nearly 4 o'clock now. Now I suppose in your time it probably doesn't seem like it's been very long at all. I've had to edit this video as I go because I record on my phone and it just kept saying that it was running out of storage, so I kept having to take the snippets and edit them, put them in a file, delete all the longer files, and create room on my phone. So yeah, it's taken quite a while, bearing in mind I started, well, just before 9. I did stop for breakfast and I have stopped a couple of times obviously to, you know, do other bits and bobs, but yeah, we're nearly at 4 o'clock now. So there is a Zoom chat with loads of people from the sewing community, so I'm going to hop on and join that. So I'm probably just going to listen in. I'm probably not going to show them anything because I've only really got pieces at the moment, but yeah, I'll hope to continue on after that. So I've just put the live Zoom on mute at the moment, just so that I can explain where I am. Again, I apologise for the light. In the afternoon I get full sun come in here, so you can just see all this light here, so you might not be able to see as well as you might have done earlier. So yes, I have done the steps of attaching the front pocket, and I've also done the next step, which is to actually sew the back seams, or the crotch seams rather, together, and I have finished those on the overlocker, and then also overlocked the all the seams as well. So just to confirm what that kind of means. So yes, so I've overlocked those, and I've overlocked that as well. So you can see that is the front pocket. I'm really happy with how it is. Again, good old machine, managed to, with a bit of enthusiasm, get it through. I'm reasonably happy with the result, but there is a few bits where you can see the lining poking through. I mean, I don't think it's really going to be noticed when I'm wearing it, but yeah, I can definitely tell that it's there. And you see that you can just see it there, but I'm pretty happy with that for my first go. So now I'm just going to sew the two together, but I have just noticed that I think I've missed out something on the pattern, because there should be a little dot, and I think I've missed it, so I'm going to have to go back and find that so that I know exactly where I need to stitch to. And yeah, so I'm going to do that now. This Zoom call is brilliant, absolutely amazing. There are so many people in there. I think they said there's about, well, I think there's over 450 people, I think. So it's not obviously not 450 people all on one screen. You've got the ladies kind of moderating it, and they allow people to have their little kind of few minutes of chat. So yeah, it's amazing. I really love it. And yeah, we've had people from like America, Canada, Germany, obviously all across the UK. It's absolutely brilliant, and everyone's sharing what their plans are, what they've made, and yeah, I absolutely love it. It's such a good idea, such a good idea. And also, if you did buy a ticket from them to attend the Sewing Weekender, they've made, I think they've said so far, £22,000 for charity. Absolutely staggering. So anyone who's bought a ticket, amazing. I think it's just absolutely brilliant. So yeah, I'm now going to get on with getting that pattern piece out, and let's see how I get on. So that is all sewn up. So I've sewn up to the dot on the pattern, and that's obviously where the fly is going to go. The next step of the pattern was to overlock the front fly. So I've done that. Now what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to leave it there for today. It is nearly 6 o'clock. They're just about to wrap up the Zoom chat, and I've actually got another video chat with some friends. I think it's actually scheduled for 7, so I've got to go down and cook dinner and eat that in time for that as well. So yeah, that's all for today. I hope you've enjoyed watching what I've done so far, and what I will do is, obviously depending on how long the video is, I might put the video into 2 separate vlogs, or I might combine them, but yeah, I will get back to you on that. I will make sure that I finish the project so that you can see it all, from tracing out to, you know, me wearing them, so it will happen. But yeah, I've really enjoyed today. I've really enjoyed the Sewing Weekender so far. I've still got loads of videos to catch up on, and tomorrow I really wanted to get a more progress done, but I've actually got, I'm planning to see some friends for a barbecue in their garden, like a kind of social distance barbecue, and that's meant to be just after lunch. So I probably won't get back till later on that. So I've only got really the morning to sew, but I will do some filming. And yeah, thank you all very much for joining me and with my progress, and I will see you soon. Bye. Hello again, and welcome to day 2 of the Sewing Weekender. So I still got quite a bit to do on the Lander shorts. I left you yesterday where I just done the overlocked the fly on there. So that is what I'm going to be doing now. So the instructions are to sew the fly on the left side, and then it looks like I've got to top stitch it, then do the buttonholes. Yeah, so I'm going to get on with doing that. I'm still a little bit far behind as well on the content of all the videos, so I'm going to crack on with that. Currently we've got Heather Lou from Closet Case Patterns. So yeah, I'm going to crack on and I'll catch up with you in a bit. that is that step done. Again, well done, little machine. Buttonholes, I did a little test, I don't know if you saw that, and it seemed to be fine. And yeah, just done the buttonholes on my machine. I don't have, you know, kind of like one step, kind of press the button and buttonhole is created. It's the old fashioned way. So yeah, I think I've done pretty good. They're a little bit wonky, but I'm reasonably happy with those. And again, I have top stitched round here, but as I said in yesterday's vlog, I'm using a matching thread because I don't want it to stand out too much, because I wasn't sure how the fabric was going to be with the machine. So yeah, I'm now going to move on to the next stage. So it looks like I've got to, on the other side, I've got to, what have I got to do? I've got to grade out the seam allowance and what else? Oh yes, then start on the right fly half. Okay, so that is that piece. Okay, so yeah, it looks like we're going to do a little bit of folding and pressing, attaching to the other side, and looks like top stitch that down as well. So yes, we will see how I get on with that. Yeah, carrying on with the videos, we've got Sarah from Like So Amazing on at the moment, and yeah, I love all the little community ones, and yeah, it's lovely to see everybody and kind of have them chat to you whilst you sew. It's really, really nice. Okay, so priorities though. My tea has run out, so I need another cup of tea, and then I'll get on to this right side of the fly. Right, so that is that stage done, and I'm actually really happy with how this is turning out. I have to say the instructions for the ladder pants are really, really good. I mean, I'm one of those people that I really have to have clear instructions, otherwise I'm just sitting there like, what is going on? I don't understand. But actually, do you know what? These are really, really good. And I've had to read things a couple of times with the fly because I've only ever done one fly before, which was the Sew Over It Mia jeans shorts that I did, and that went pretty badly wrong, so I was a bit nervous, but actually these are really good, and you know, it does actually look like I've got you know, a half decent fly that actually lines up and everything. I'm not sure if you can really see it there, but yeah. So the next stage is actually to sew up the side seams and try them on. So that's exciting. So yeah, it says when you do the side seams, they actually allow an inch seam allowance. So you baste it, try it on, and if you're happy, obviously sew it. Otherwise you can adjust it. So fingers crossed that they turn out okay. Carrying on with the videos, we've got Joy from Pink Coat Club, and she's got her beautiful little cat Luna. And previously with Sarah from Like So Amazing, she's just got 2 kittens and she showed them on her video. I love it when people show their cats on like all their little like YouTube and things. I love it. It's just, I love seeing everyone's pets. Right, so I'm going to try these on and yeah, fingers crossed. So I've sewed up my shorts on the sides. I tried them on. Not good news, they wouldn't go over my hips. So I mean, there was a 1 inch seam allowance, so I'm going to take that back quite a bit. So I did actually pop a little bit of the stitching, as I kind of was a bit too enthusiastic. So yes, I'm going to unpick that and try again. Fingers crossed, I really hope they work out. Second time round, absolutely fine. So I used a seam allowance of 3/8 of an inch rather than the 1 inch that they initially suggested, and they are perfect. So they fit really nicely. You probably can't really see too much here, but yeah, they fit nicely around that. I've got a tiny gap at the back, but I think once I put the waistband on, I think it will be okay. But yeah, they seem to fit really well. There doesn't seem to be any like pulling marks or anything, so I think that is the one to go for. So now I'm going to sew them in place correctly, finish off the edges, and then get onto the belt loops and then the waistband. So my Lander shorts are not going to have belt loops. Never before have I not been able to turn out like a rouleau loop or anything like that. I've always used like safety pins or knitting needles. I don't actually have like a loop turner, and the fabric is just not tucking itself in to be able to pull it through. So I've given up with it. I stabbed my thumb with my safety pin, and yeah, I'm getting angry at it now. So I kind of know now that I either need to walk away and come back to it or just move on. And you know what? I don't really wear a belt anyway. If they're going to be high-waisted, then I'm probably not going to wear a belt with them anyway. So do you know what? I'm going to skip that bit and I'm just going to move on to the waistband. so that is the waistband on. So yeah, it's looking really good. It actually looks like a pair of shorts now. So I'm very pleased with that. So yeah, I've attached it on, I've stitched in the ditch, and then the next step is to top stitch the way around. Yeah, we're not doing belt loops. And then, yeah, then it's attach a buttonhole at the top, actually attach the buttons, and then hem. So yeah, I'm looking forward to finishing that off. I am happy with how the waistband went on. Like this corner here, you can see it's got a really nice corner. I don't know what I've done on this other one. I think I cut it maybe a bit wonky, which is a bit of a shame. But can you see there it kind of dips in a little bit? And that is actually the one that goes on the top of the shorts. So it's a bit of a shame it doesn't look as good as that one. But do you know what? You're not really going to notice that, really, are you? So yeah, I am very happy with that. And then yes, I will be adding a little label in the back as well once I've done that. So yeah, I'm going to see how I get on. I mentioned in my video yesterday that I've got a barbecue today. So I do need to leave the house probably in about, I don't even know what the time is now, but it's probably nearer, it's probably about 12 now. So yeah, I've only got about an hour, I think, to see how far I get. But yeah, if I can't get it all done before I leave, then I'll come back to it maybe later on this evening. Okay, let's see how I can get on. Right, okay, so I've top stitched around the waistband, I've added in the buttonhole at the top, and I've also hemmed them, so it is just literally the buttons to go. But I have to say, these shorts, and I had a spool of Gutermann thread, and literally I was playing thread chicken towards the end. That is how much thread I had left as I was finishing my last buttonhole. I can't believe it. And then that's what was left on the bobbin as well. So, for anyone that isn't sure, if you want to make the Lander shorts, then yeah, exactly one spool of thread is what you need. Right, once I have done those buttons and put in a label, then I will come back to you and show you the end result. So there we have it. They are finished. And you know what? I am so happy that I managed to get them done as part of the sewing weekender. I was, honestly, I thought that they would take me days to do, but I am so happy that I managed to do everything from tracing to finishing all in that weekend. I am so happy. So you can see now that I've got my lovely buttons on there, and I've also got my label. I've gone with the handmade label, which is a Kylie in Machine label, and I bought that from Felicity Fabrics. And I just thought it was really sweet at being all rainbow. So yeah, I'm so pleased with them. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put them on. I'm going to take some kind of pictures and things and maybe put them in at the end, because yeah, you can't really see much from here. But yeah, I'm so pleased with them. So yeah, I will insert some pictures of the final result. And I still do have a couple of videos left to watch. I have started on the Sunday ones now, so I think I might have maybe 2 or 3 videos left. So I'll watch those a little bit later on, because as I say, I'm going out for a social distance barbecue. So when I come back, then you know, I'll come back, have a cup of tea, maybe sit in my PJs, and then watch the last few. So, I mean, overall, the Sewing Weekender has just been brilliant. What they've done for it is just so good. Everyone around the world has had the opportunity to join in. So, yeah, the ladies at the fold line, Kate and Rachel, and English girl at home, Charlotte, they've done an amazing job, and all the people that helped out as well with all the videos. It's just been amazing. And yeah, I mean, if as part of that, as I said the other day, you know, they said they've raised thousands of pounds for charity. So, you know, brilliant causes. And yeah, it's just been a nice way to connect. I've been kind of going on Instagram and sharing some stories of my like kind of progress and things, and it's so nice that people have just commented and kind of just said, you know, like, how are you getting on, and you know, people like offering the you know, if they've made these to help as well. And yeah, it's just lovely. The sewing community is just the best. Also in the pack from the ticket, you also got some discounts as well for some shops. So I have actually made a few cheeky purchases. I've ordered the new Sew Over It ebook, Summer Dreaming, because they had quite a big discount on that. I've also ordered a little necklace from So Dainty, and I've also ordered a pattern from Experimental Space. So yeah, I had enough fabric, so I thought I'd steer clear of the fabric. I will at some point show you a fabric haul with all my new goodies. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed seeing, you know, what I was doing, you know, have a like nice little sew along. Please give me feedback as to, you know, do you want more videos like this, or is it not really your thing? I won't take offence if it's not your thing. But yeah, it does take a little bit of time to edit and everything. So yeah, if you guys are interested, just let me know. And yes, until next time, thank you so much. Bye.